Hey everyone, we are back together again, continuing our work with measurement. So today is day 2 of our work with lesson 13-5, where we are working with the metric units of measurement for capacity, weight, and mass. So just to review the terms that you're going to need to remember, we're working with milliliters and liters. Okay, so liters is a bottle of water, milliliters is the liquid on a spoon. Okay, and remember, it takes 1,000 milliliters to equal 1 liter. And remember, in the abbreviation, we use an uppercase L for liter, so that way it doesn't get confused with the number 1. Okay, the other units of measurement that we were working with are milligram, gram, and kilogram. Okay, so a gram being a small object like a stick of chewing gum or a paperclip, milligram being even tinier, like the weight of a mosquito, you can't even really feel it. Okay, and then a kilogram being much heavier. Okay, so there's 1,000 milligrams in a gram, and there's 1,000 grams to make up a kilogram. So notice this number 1,000 being repeated over and over and over again. So I want to remind you, you have a conversions chart on the visual learning page. It's page 704 in your math book, so use that conversions chart. But really, you can just remember that you're working with the number 1,000. So the work that we're going to ask you to do is on page 707 and 708. It's the homework for lesson 13-5. We're going to ask you to complete all of the problems on the first page, so numbers 1 through 8. On the back, we're going to ask you to complete 11, 12, 15, and 16. So if you're feeling confident, you can stop the video. If you'd like to follow along, let's take a look at a couple of these together. So looking at number 1, we're going from liters to milliliters. So we have 2 liters. Each liter has 1,000 milliliters. So our multiplication is 2 liters, 1,000 milliliters in each one. So 2 times 1,000, getting tongue-tied. So 2 times 1 is 2. Stick on the zeros. We get the answer of 2,000 milliliters. Okay. Looking at number 2, we have 8 grams. We're going from grams to milligrams. So 8 grams. There are 1,000 milligrams in each one. So set up an equation. Use your zeros trick. We underline what's not a zero. We get the basic fact of 8 times 1. Stick on the zeros, and we get 8,000. Okay, so don't forget to go back and complete numbers 3, 4, 5, and 6. But I'm going to jump ahead so we can look at one of these charts. Okay, so we're going at number 7 from 5 liters to milliliters. So think about this. If we have 5 liters, there's 1,000 milliliters in each one. That's going to give us 5,000. Well, 6 liters, how many milliliters is going to give us? We have 6 liters. Let's try that again. How many milliliters would that be? Well, all we're doing is adding 1,000. So continue that pattern throughout the chart. On the back page, some of these get a little more complicated because you're now dealing with story problems. Okay, so let's look at number 11 and then number 12. So number 11, a glacier moved a boulder with a mass of 9 kilograms. What was the mass of the boulder in grams? Well, a boulder is like a big, humongous rock, okay? And a glacier is a giant, giant sheet of ice. Okay, so we know the boulder weighed 9 kilograms. There are 1,000 grams in each kilogram. So to figure out the weight in grams, we multiply and we get 9,000 grams. So the mass of the boulder is 9,000 grams. Now, number 12. Another glacier moved a boulder that weighed 2 tons. How many pounds did the boulder weigh? Notice now all of a sudden we switched back to tons, which is the customary system of measurement. So here's what I need you to remember. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Now notice how we're working with 2,000 instead of 1,000. Not too complicated, but still a little bit more confusing than metric. Okay, so if we have 2 tons, each ton has 2,000 pounds. Solve that multiplication. That will tell you how many pounds the boulder weighed. So continue your practice. Keep practicing and practicing and practicing. And if you need help, reach out to your teacher and let her know.